Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey,
There are
Rashad.
some people who said this is the end of PBR and PBS. That is not the truth. PBS and NPR will still be going on, especially in major metropolitan areas because of donations and support from viewers like you. If you ever watched Arthur back in the day, you know them sentences. You know the assortment of words in some way like that in the nature of the ballpark and things of that sort, right? And then NPR is still around too. But in rural areas, I think they said it's going to be tough to survive without federal funding. With that being said, this is CNN. Corporation for Public Broadcasting was shut down after Trump funding cuts. And if you say, "Oh, you got, of course, CNN, you got," I read other news stories on this channel from Fox News, just to keep it balanced, just to keep myself sane. So don't start that. Link to the original story will be in the description. This is written by Liam Riley and Brian Stetler. Here you go. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting announced on Friday that it will wind down its operations due to the successful Republican effort to defund local PBS and NPR stations across the country. The announcement comes just a week after President Donald Trump enacted the recessions bill, clawing back congressionally approved federal funds for the public media and foreign aid. Of the $9 billion in canceled funds, $1.1 billion is earmarked for the corporation for the next few years. Despite, quote unquote, despite the extraordinary efforts of millions of Americans who called, wrote, and petitioned Congress to preserve federal funding for CPB, we now face the difficult reality of closing our operations. CPB President and CEO Patricia Harrison said in a statement, CPB remains committed to fulfilling the fiduciary responsibilities and supporting our partners. Hold on. Let me look this up. I know every time I do this, people.
Fiduciary.
Fiduciary. CPB remains committed to fulfilling its fiduciary responsibilities and supporting our partners through this transition with transparency and care. Officials of this organization, which was founded more than 60 years ago, say they are focused on helping local stations figure out how to cope with the sudden budget shortfalls. Harrison has warned that some stations, particularly in rural areas, will have to shut down without federal support. Dang, this Mr. Rogers defending public media. Shouts out to Mr. Rogers, bro. Rest in peace of Mr. Rogers in 1969. Won't you be my neighbor? Most larger stations have numerous other funding sources, including viewer and listener donations to soften the blow dealt by Congress. Still, public media executives have warned us about the interconned system that will be weakened in various ways without federal funding as its foundation. And fiduciary means involving trust, especially with regard to the relationship between a trustee and a beneficiary. The ripple effects of the closure will be felt across every public media organization and, more importantly, in every community across the country that relies on public broadcasting. NPR CEO Catherine Mayer said in a statement, most of the corporation's roughly 100 staff positions will be eliminated when the money runs out on September 30th. The CPB will maintain a small transition team through January to guarantee, quote unquote, a responsible and orderly closeout of operations, said in the statement. The shuttering is a political victory for Trump, who tried several different methods to defund public broadcasting this year. At one point, he tried to fire 3 of the corporation's biggest board members, even though he has no authority to do so under the law created the corporation in 1967. The corporation went to court to defend its board members, but on Friday it filed a voluntary dismissal of the lawsuit, in effect acknowledging that Trump has prevailed. Quote unquote, Republicans have tried doing this for 40 years and failed, but no more, Trump wrote on Truth Social after the recession bill he pushed was approved by both GOP-controlled House and Senate. Even after Trump signed the bill into law, some public media advocates helped hope that federal funding could be restored through the normal appropriations process in Congress. Senators advanced a draft bill without any such funding on Thursday, however, signaling that such a plot twist was exceedingly unlikely for Trump and other Republican lawmakers, eliminating the corporation is a successful stand against liberal bias, which they allege is a rampant problem at both NPR and PBS. For public media advocates, it's the end of a non-commercial TV and radio era, taking the federal government out of the funding equation altogether. The end of CPB is a direct result of deep and corrupt failure of Congress and the Trump administration to invest in informing the American public. Craig Aaron, co-CEO of Progressive Media Reform Group, Free Press, said in a statement, they have trashed decades of democracy, building up work, and denied many journalists, artists, educators, and creators the opportunity to be heard, and expressed hope for the publicly funded media to be reinvented into a bulwark against authoritarianism that meets the civic needs of all communities. Some station leaders have similarly described this moment as an opportunity to rebuild with more local level support. GPH, the public media house powerhouse in Boston, put up a sign outside its headquarters last month. They were at local, trusted, defunded. We're not backing down despite the federal loss. GBH is said in a fundraising push, but we can't do it without you. Donate now to keep public media strong and independent. And there it is. There you have it. Okay, and the last thing I want to react to today is a man apparently unalived his wife.
Rashad, why you
anyway.
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.